hasn't grown in my wings yet. Good morning. Goodbye, YouTube. Happy Halloween. May you all rest and recharge. Do you feel like the life force is being sucked right out of you? Are you tired all the time? Do you wake up in the morning and not look forward to your day? Do you not have the physical energy to motivate yourself? Do you walk around feeling like your tank is always on empty? Do you force yourself to go through the motions, feeling unfulfilled? Do you lack passion and joy from the things that used to bring you passion and joy? Do you check off the to-do lists and yet you still feel unproductive? If you're feeling incredibly empty, incredibly tired, unfulfilled, empty, there could be innumerable reasons for this. There are too many energy vampires in your life. If you really are in a dark night of the soul, the dark night of the soul is when you feel like not just out of energy, out of enthusiasm, but that life really is no longer worth living. You may be experiencing clinical depression, and please do seek out professional counseling. Clinical depression and feeling like a life is not worth living is a mental illness that needs professional treatment, because as a species we are meant to survive. The human spirit is hard to kill, and wanting anything but survival is unnatural. It means you're ill, and you need to seek out professional help. However, you can feel run down, burnt out, tired out, stressed out, running on an empty tank, as if the life force has been sucked right out of you, without having clinical depression. One of the reasons for this can be energy vampires in the form of friends, family, or associates who need, and you give. You can tell you're around an energy vampire when you feel more exhausted after spending time engaging with them than before you began. These people suck your resources, they suck your emotional resources, they suck your time and energy, literal and figurative energy, right out of your gas tank, and they don't contribute anything back. They tax you. Don't surround yourself with energy vampires, and don't allow these people into your life. Further, an energy vampire will suck your reserves, leaving you feel more tired
when you're done spending time with them than when you began. You need to cut these people out of your life, but that's not the only reason why you can feel exhausted. Have you been doing anything out of the normal? Have you been overworking? Have you been overstressing? Is there something going on in your life that we can attribute this level of exhaustion to? Excessive work, a stressful situation, a move, a loss, even a promotion, a new job with new responsibilities, extra things added to your life can wear you out. A new relationship can wear you out. Unmet expectations. We feel unfulfilled, empty, unhappy when we set our expectations and they are not met. If you did get something good and you're wondering, why do I feel so poorly? Perhaps you had an expectation of how this relationship was going to be, who this person was, how this job was going to play out, and you find out this person is not who you thought you were. Things did not go as smoothly as you expected. The job is more stressful than you can handle, and you get where you thought you were going. With your goal, you get something you thought you wanted, and as it turns out, it's unfulfilling. Is there something you can point to that would attribute this to natural stress and exhaustion? It's sensible. Allow yourself that stress and exhaustion. And take a leave, take a break, take care of yourself. Self-care, self-love, the same way you would treat someone else who is going through ridiculous, stressful activities. Like a marathon runner needs time to recover, so do too. You need time to recover. If it's unmet expectations, you need to acknowledge that to yourself. Admitting it is the first step to healing it. And then you need to take some sort of action. You either need to adjust your expectation to meet the realities of the situation. That I expected this job was going to be easy, and it's not easy for me. It's challenging. That doesn't mean I'm weak or strong. Not strong. It just means it didn't play out like I intended it to play out. This person is not who I thought they were. You have to change your expectation to wrap around the reality that is and accept it for what it is. That will lighten your load. Or change the situation. Either change your blueprint for the situation or change the situation. Back off that promotion if it's too much. Take a break on those goals if it's too much. Your life is more than your status and your achievements. If you are grinding too hard to prove something, you have nothing to prove. You are inherently valuable and you deserve to give yourself the break. And when it comes to unmet expectations, you don't have to prove anything to anyone but yourself. If you are feeling exhausted, trying to keep up with your life, figure out what department of your life is making you exhausted and make modifications to your belief system about that part of your life, or make changes to that part of your life. And you may need to take some time to regroup and think before you can make any change. Some things you can't change automatically. If you just accepted a big promotion and you realize you're in over your head, you have some things to consider and some strategic moves to make when your expectations haven't met. If you started a relationship and your expectations haven't met, you need to take the time to consider it carefully. Are you making your life a job rather than a life? Are you always pushing? Have you been burying your own emotions in the ground, underground, in a coffin, boxing them up somewhere inside, and just carrying on as if everything is fine. Have you been feeling negative emotion for some time, and yet telling yourself that it's not okay to feel negative emotion? Emotion is our body and mind's natural adaptation. It serves us to give us information on what we value, what we need to avoid, when things are dangerous, disadvantageous. They are information, they are not directives. But you can't push down your negativity, your frustration, your anger, your anxiety, your disgust, all those things that we as a society label as negative, as something unnatural and not okay to experience. Spending too much time disqualifying your own emotions as not okay, trying to force yourself to be positive while you're experiencing something natural, trying to resist the emotion. We are built to have a wide variety of emotions for our own benefit. They are informative. Guilt is intended for a reason, and it is okay to feel guilt. Trying to constantly force yourself to feel positive disqualifies your own emotion and disallows you to process through it. You should see your emotion as a sense of information and as okay, as allow yourself to feel the sensation of your emotion. Accept it. I am feeling X. And allow yourself to feel that way. Don't try and force yourself to get better, to get happier. You don't need to indulge or wallow in it. And just because you feel guilt, such as being guilty as a parent, doesn't mean that you are a bad parent. It's not a directive. It's information. You may feel guilt because you feel like you could be doing better, or you feel like you spent too much time at work and too little time with your family. These things are informative. They're meant to give us information. They're meant to be felt, and they're meant to be processed. Just like getting goosebumps, it's a natural psychological process. And if you spend too much time forcing yourself to be happy, all negative emotions are off limits. Always mischeerful, always putting a smile on your face and talking yourself out of, or telling yourself you're wrong for feelings of negativity, supposed negativity, just not the positive ones, the ones that aren't so fun to feel. They're there for a reason. You will feel exhausted, resentful, frustrated, worn out, pent up. You can't be Pollyanna all the time. It's not natural, it's not truthful, it's inauthentic, and it's emotionally exhausting. And you fail to learn the lessons of what your values truly are, that your emotions are trying to tell you. That is another reason why you can feel exhausted, blocking your emotions, defining certain emotions as negative, not gaining the information they're trying to tell you, trying to be Miss Positive, Mr. Happy all the time, neglecting certain areas of your life for other areas of your life, striving all the time at your job and you feel nagging guilt for not spending time with your family. spending lots of time with your family, and neglecting your own interests, your own hobbies, your own activities, the things that bring you personal spiritual joy? Have you been on overdrive in one area and neglecting something you need for fulfillment? That'll wear you out. Basic self-care. Sleep. Please sleep. As a vampire, I spend a lot of time sleeping. Like millennia. It's really important to sleep. Have you had enough invigorating experiences lately? Fun, laughter, true joy, adventure, variety, the kinds of things that inject life into your life. If your life is all business, no fun, all fun, no business, either way, you're going to be tired. And you're not going to be happy. If you are in a run-down state, take good care of yourself. Allow the emotions to go by. Allow the fatigue to go by. Allow yourself the permission to feel how you feel, and that is acceptable, and try to garner what this information is trying to tell you about what might be disaligned in your priorities, in your lifestyle, in your expectations, in your friendships and relationships, in joy and enjoyment in your life. You may be needing to grow, or let go, or alter your expectations, or simply take better care of yourself. And ignoring these things that are draining you, or pretending that the life has not been sucked right out of you, will not make it go away. It'll only make it worse. And in time, what little reserves you had left will be gone. And you will be the walking dead. Dead on your feet, dead in your heart, dead in your mind, and feel as though your life is empty and unfulfilling. Allow yourself to go through these dark, tired periods and gain the lesson in them. They're not fun, but they're there for a reason. Something is wrong. Someone is wrong. You're not treating yourself properly. Something in your life is sucking your vitality. I'm a buck-toothed vampire. Get the bad people out of your life. Get the right people in your life. Allow yourself to experience negative emotions. Adjust your blueprint for what your life should be, or adjust your life. Accept negative emotions. Try to look for the reasons. Don't define yourself by them. Don't try to ignore them. Rest up, recharge. Recharge your life by injecting fun and happy things to give your life meaning. Rebalance your life. And if it's really, really dark, and you really, really are just wanting to curl up in your coffin for 10,000 years because your battery is so drained and you don't see a point in living anymore, please seek help. Good morning. Goodbye. I gotta fly. It's time for me to get my rest and recharge my batteries for a life worth living. You still here?